We are now 4 months into the COVID-19 pandemic, with varying degrees of lockdown still very much in place worldwide. What are some of the key aspects we need to be considering as health, wellness, and performance, or even life coaches, as we come alongside our clients during this current phase? While I'll focus on the coaching setting here, the information we'll discuss is just as applicable to anyone speaking with a friend, family member, coworker, anybody else. We'll dig into the key things to remember at this time, before you can find and put on your favorite COVID-19 mask. Coaching and COVID-19. It's a new challenge, but also a critically valuable time for health and wellness and life coaches to come alongside their clients and help them walk this new pathway. As you're well aware, our scope of practice as coaches is not, I repeat, not to provide medical advice. However, there may never have been a time in recent history when the importance of what you're doing as a coach has been more valuable. Let's briefly hit 3 of the key things we need to be remembering during this time. Number 1, keep the saw sharp. Stephen Covey, in his outstanding book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, reminded us to sharpen our saw. And this is now more important than ever. It's so easy to get bogged down in the rush and stressors and extra stressors now of everyday life, both for our clients and ourselves. Helping our clients remember and reminding ourselves that our effectiveness will fade if we're not keeping our saw sharp. Move, fuel, rest, connect. Those are the key areas to stay focused on. Number 2, recognize there are not black and white answers to what's happening around us. In spite of the greatest scientific minds on the planet working together, there are still many questions where we simply don't have clear answers. Instead of pretending we know the answers that simply don't exist, turn up the listening skills to a new level about what our clients are thinking and feeling. Remind them to give themselves a break and practice self-compassion. Normalize that the pandemic has disrupted life and help them focus on what they do have control over in their daily routines. And encourage them to give the greatest amount of credence to the most credible sites like the CDC website, rather than those that happen to show up on their social media feeds the most frequently. Number 3, look beyond. As with any stormy weather, this too shall pass. Sometimes in the midst of the darkest moments, it's easy to begin thinking this is how it will always be. With your coaching hat, not your expert hat, firmly in place, help your clients look ahead and do a little dreaming. Maybe this is a good time to lean on the F5. Faith, family and friends, fuel and fitness, field of play, and finances. For some, this might be the perfect time to create a clear vision for 2021 in one or more of these areas. Maybe the current situation is the perfect time for additional reflection that can then lead to specific steps that could be game-changing as the clouds of COVID-19 begin to fade eventually over time. Thanks for joining us here on the YouTube coaching channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, maybe now is a great time to click that little red button, which will give you easy access to our growing library of resources. Our feature video here on the coaching channel this week, in a couple days, discusses what to look for in a coach. We expect it will be immensely valuable for employers and the general public as a whole. For coaches, it may allow you to do an opportunity for a little self-assessment yourself. Finally, our 5-minute bonus podcast takes a look at what to do when our motivation is low and how the 4 R's can help turn the tide in the right direction. I'm Dr. Bradford Cooper of the Catalyst Coaching Institute signing out. I'll look forward to speaking with you soon on the Catalyst Health, Wellness, and Performance Coaching Podcast, or maybe right back here on the YouTube coaching channel. Thanks, everyone.